something that we're all asked is, what is character? Yesterday, for those who were here and those who are here today, we've had a fantastic opportunity to learn about it and bring our own ideas and thoughts on what our characters are and what our jobs and our titles do in that role. Yesterday we heard from Dr. Avis Gray, and she was absolutely amazing to listen to and get all her aspirations and her character building. I sat there yesterday and I thought, wow, this woman's had such a background and such an influence in her country, and it's something that you kind of aspire to be. We're not born with character. What we do is we grow up and we learn from the people around us, whether that's someone the same age as our peers or our elders. And we aspire to be those people, but in that long-term time, we'll end up inspiring people that we never thought we could. For me, the last few years I've been able to build on myself as a character. I've watched myself change from this young child into a young adult. I've still got so much to learn. Being an MSYP, I've been able to represent my peers and represent them both locally and nationally. At the same time, I've been able to watch those people grow and take their values forward. We don't all have the same values, we have similar values, but what we learn from each other is so much more. Me as a person, I can't think fully what I want to be like when I'm totally older. But when I look around me and I see the people around me, I know that their values and their kind of interests and aspirations are similar to mine, but I want to be able to develop my own. Last night when we were at the dinner, we had to write on these cards words of wisdom, and it was so amazing to see what everybody's kind of ideas of what wisdom actually were, and the words that we were given, whether it was bravery or creativity or hope. And through those cards, we started to learn about each other and about each other's characters, which was fantastic. And they could have been the funniest quotes, so people were just saying little funny words or actually having some serious thought about it. And that's what we're all doing the past 2 days. We all had some serious thought about what our roles in society are and what character really is. For me, I don't really know too much about character and values. I never really thought about it until I met Gary himself at our last Youth Parliament sitting, and I thought, actually, I don't really know what my character is. I would like to know, because people tell you what your character is, but they can't. Like I say, you're not born with it. So it's one of these things where it changes every single day, or it could change in a moment just by listening to somebody, and that's one of the great things in life. And like I say, you can aspire to be something, but in the end of it, you're the one that's an inspiration yourself. Remember to be an individual as well. So I really do hope you enjoy the rest of today, because we've got some fantastic keynote speakers. We've had fantastic MC here as well. He doesn't give himself enough credit sometimes, and I'm really grateful for Gary for inviting me along. Young people aren't always given this platform, and when they are, you'd be amazed at the amount of people that just think, wow, I didn't realise young people were actually, not the troublemakers, and not the people that like were perceived to be in the newspaper or in the media, because we are this kind of age gap where people don't really know actually that much about us, because when your generation changes, people will say to you, they don't know how good you've got it, or you don't know how good you've got it. But the same question I can say to you is, how many times have you been told that in your life? Our grandparents didn't have social media, didn't have Twitter, neither did most of our parents, but your parents or your grandparents might have not even had a TV, so they might have said to you, you don't know how lucky you've got it. We're always going to be told that, but sometimes we don't realise actually we are very lucky. I'm so lucky to have this platform to be able to speak to you. Whether I'm standing here, my legs are shaking, or I'm nervous, doesn't matter. Everybody stands up here and gets that feeling. I always learn from other people, and I always use different quotes to try and remind myself, life is a bit of a journey itself. So like I said, be an individual. And one of my favourite kind of people I like to think about is Dr. Seuss, because he's a bit obscure, isn't he? He's a bit mad. But one of his quotes is, be who you are and say how you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So, you know, just aspire to be something creative and inventive. And again, another doctor just says, you are you, that's true and true. There's nobody alive who's youer than you. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.